All right. Sorry for the wait, guys. I'm gonna get started. More people might join eventually. If you have any questions, feel free to type in chat. Or we can also like unmute and talk as well. But I'm gonna quickly go through this information. I'm also gonna I'm recording it, so we'll have it available like on our website, and I'll email it to you as well. Yeah, thank you for joining today. So yeah, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Goshen College and why even me as a transfer student picked Goshen College. So my biggest thing was I want a good education, which we are a very high ranked education, but I also wanted to learn more and do more. So I really like how we say it at Goshen, we educate the heart, the head and the heart. And we also have some core values, which I also appreciate because that just means everyone on the campus is kind of, it just helps build a closer knit, connecting community. So you can see our core values: servant leadership, passionate learning, Christ-centered, compassionate peacemaking, and global citizenship. These all come from mainly our Mennonite origin on the college, but I'll show later, you don't have to be Mennonite to come to Goshen. That's just where our values come from. So like I said, academically, we are very good. #1 bachelor college in Indiana. This is mainly just built on what I just said, like we have good values, our community is tight. I'll talk a little bit more about all the academic options we have, and just, yeah, everything we can offer you in this small college. We're 800 people undergrad, and we bring in like 60 transfers a year. So being a transfer student isn't random. You feel right at home right away. So yeah, again, #2 graduates going on to get their doctorate. So obviously we are a bachelor's college. We also do have though some master and doctorate programs. But yeah, we just we get our students to really value their education and push forth into whatever they want to do next. And one of my favorite things at Goshen is the 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Professors are always available. Their doors are usually open. You can just knock and go in, or you can send them an email and then they'll respond within like that day. So just very helpful, very hands-on, and that gets very useful right during your senior year when you're trying to make connections. And even when you graduate, the professors will check in and make sure that you're on the path that you want to be on. So another one of those like hands-on learning is we have a whole Maple Scholars program where you can work one-on-one with a professor of what their research is doing. This is a great hands-on opportunity. This picture here is an example of Algae Town. It's a project the professor's been working on for a while, but it doesn't have to be science related. You can do any program as long as the professor wants someone to work with you. And then we also have an amazing communications program at Goshen. We are liberal arts, so we just kind of combine everything here. We have our film studies, but we also have our own newspaper, recording studio, Globe TV, and radio, and these are all student runs, which is really awesome. And if you ever want to come on campus and visit, that's one of the main places that we take you because it's a really nice communication wing. We also have other campuses. So we are in Goshen, Indiana, but we also have one in Florida Keys, marine biology program we have there. But even if you're not a marine biology major, you can still go there for 3 weeks. That's a really cool trip. So another kind of campus we have is south of here on your way to Columbia City. And that is Mary Lee. This is kind of a photo of that. It's our agricultural farm. It has a bunch of lakes, around like 2,000 acres. So you can go hiking, canoeing, check out, and they have cool like classes you can take as well. So when I was a student, I think one weekend you could like go and learn how to make goat cheese. So that was awesome. And then lastly, our other campus is just like abroad. So part of our core values here is intercultural learning. So we do have a great study abroad program if you want to go travel for a whole month, but we also have 3-week study abroad options as well. So whatever works best in your schedule, we can work with you on that. But this is a great opportunity just to get out in the world, learn a lot, and just get that global citizenship. Our college is pretty diverse. Another reason I chose Goshen College was for that. So we have a lot of international students, for one, 28 countries, but there were also 42% students of color. So just having that diverse community is also very helpful in how you learn, and it just creates a nice, welcoming community as well. We do offer housing for juniors and seniors. So if you are transferring and you're 2 years out of high school, we still have housing for you. This is an apartment. So we have a whole apartment building option. We also have a more dorm style building. And then if you're not 2 years out of high school, we also have our dorms. But for juniors and seniors, which is most transfers, we do offer really nice housing. As I mentioned, we do have the basic faith denomination of Mennonite, but we also have a wide spread of religions on campus and faith traditions. So here you can see our chapel every Wednesday at 10. The whole community comes together, the school community, and we either have chapel or a convocation. Chapel is just kind of a worship service that our students put on. And then the convocation is, I like to call it like TED Talks. They're very informative and really awesome to go to. You get to learn a lot. And it's just a nice break in the middle of the week for the whole school to come together and just relax for a good 30 minutes. Also, we have a lot of extracurricular activities. So if you're interested in athletics, we have ton of sports you can be in: soccer, basketball, volleyball, tennis, cross country, track. And we also have intramurals. So if you don't want to be on a team, you can also just play some sports with some friends if you sign up for a team. But otherwise, our athletics are pretty good as well. So on the other slide, it said average GPA of 3.5. So academics obviously come first here, but we also do respect athletics and what those students also need and want in their education. So as you can see, even behind, it's a little blurry, but the fans are a lot. We do love going to all our games and cheering on our teams. And maybe athletics you're not that interested in, but you want to be in music. We have an amazing music hall, Souter Hall, and we just have a lot of options. So you can be in different choirs, different bands, and you can also get scholarships for that as well. So I believe most of you on this call have applied, but if you haven't already, it's super quick. All you have to do is go to goshen.edu/apply and you fill out an application. And yeah, the next things that we'll need once you've applied is, if you just look on this website real quick, steps to apply, you can either do Common App if you already have that, or you can do our GC online application. Once you complete that, we just need your official transcripts from all the previous colleges or institutions you've attended to. You can send them directly to us. They do have to come from the school to us. And then if you have lower than 24 college credits, we also look at your high school transcript, and that will also be need to send to us. But once you complete these 1, 2, 3 easy steps, your application does get processed. And if you are admitted, then we move on to our admitted student checklist, which is everything is online, which is also super simple and nice. You can just go to goshen.edu and figure all this out. I'll also be emailing you as a transfer advisor on your next steps. But if you ever forget or want to know, you can always just come to goshen.edu. So once you're admitted, the next step is to complete your FAFSA if you plan on filing. Review your financial aid. We'll send you a package with all the awards and all that. And then if you're planning to come, you just submit your enrollment deposit, which goes towards your tuition. In a little bit, I'm going to have financial aid hop on this call, and they're going to explain more about the FAFSA and financial aid side of things. But as a transfer student, I know one of the biggest things for me was, what do my credits look like? Like what is going to transfer, and how many more credits do I have to take till graduate? So the great thing about this is, as soon as we receive your transcripts, I'm going to go ahead and create a credit evaluation. This is an example of a business credit evaluation. On the left, you can see all our GC core requirements. These are also known as general education requirements. And on the right, you see your major. So if you're interested in business, these are all the courses that you'll need. Pretty much what I do is I look at your transcripts, and a lot of colleges offer the similar courses. So I pretty much just match on what you've already taken, and that way you can know what you have left to take. And yeah, as I said, many colleges have very similar core general ed courses, so that's very helpful. And then the major requirements, we sometimes work a little more. We'll need like a course description or maybe a syllabi, but usually it goes pretty easy and simple. Now, if you are going to transfer but have an associate's degree, so we do accept associates of arts and associate of science. If you have an applied arts or applied science, we'll still welcome all those credits. You just won't get the reduced core list. So here you can see that if you have an associate and you bring that in, all I need from you then is to choose one of these courses, if you already have your math course or not, and then you do a little intercultural courses. So you can see the difference from bringing in an associate's degree and then not having an associate's degree. It does save you a lot of credits there. But again, we welcome anyone, so you don't have to have an associate's degree to transfer to Goshen. You can take all the courses here at Goshen as well. So my last thing I wanted to mention was with credits. If you go to our transfer page, goshen.edu/transfer, you can get a lot of information here. We have just information on visiting campus if you ever want to come in person and go on a tour and meet with the professor. You also just have some information of what transfer students have thought of Goshen. And then financial aid, we'll talk about that next. And then we just have transferring your credits. So if you are from Ivy Tech, we do have a program with them. So you can like transfer your associate's degree and finish in 2 years here. If you're not from Ivy Tech, of course, we still would love to see your transcript and we'll bring in your courses. The one thing is that your credits need to be from a regionally accredited institution. And the course level needs to be 100 above and a grade C or above. So as long as you meet those 3 criteria, then we do accept all your credits and courses. Most schools are regionally accredited, so that's not too difficult to figure that out. But yeah, otherwise I'd be happy to look at your transcripts and anything that you have questions on about that. But pretty much that's all we need from you is you fill an application, send us your transcripts, and then we process your application. I get you your credit evaluation for whatever major you want to study. And then we also get you a financial aid package. So pretty much I'm giving you all the information that you can have to make your next step. Yeah. So that was a lot of information. Do we have any questions about anything? So next on, as I said, financial aid will come. We'll talk a little bit about the scholarships and aid that you're eligible for. A reminder, if you are from Indiana, April 15th is the deadline to file FAFSA, so you're eligible for state aid. At Goshen College, the main reasons again that I transferred myself was, as I said, the small class sizes, the professors that are very helpful and there for you, and the intercultural learning part as well. It just brings a new way of looking at things. And of course, when you graduate, you can have that intercultural background, and that definitely helps with interviews and resumes. We also offer help with resumes and like interviews. We have a whole career network for that as well. So that's super nice and helpful. Good question. Okay. So are GC core classes considered prereqs or similar? Yeah, so pretty much their GC core is more like it's more of a general education. So every school that you go to is going to say you need a math, an English, a science, or something. You need you need some general education. And then you also need your major requirements. So, but you can do the GC core at the same time that you're doing your major requirements. You don't have to finish all this list of core before you even do your major requirements. You can intervene them and do them all together. Prereqs, yeah, so that's general education courses that every college has, and then we have the major requirements. Prerequisite courses are something that, for example, if you're interested in nursing, we have courses that you have to take before you even get to the nursing major courses. So you need to have a science, a psychology, a sociology, and those are not considered core courses. They're just considered prereqs that you'll need to take. So for example, if you want to take chemistry 2, the prerequisite for chemistry 2 is chemistry 1, and that would be a prerequisite. Yeah, so usually that's pretty much how it works at most colleges. We're always usually very honest about like, okay, this is the course you need to take. It's also, everything is in our catalog, which is also very helpful. But yeah, that would be the main difference. I hope that clarified it. I know it's a little confusing. But yeah, these are just general education courses, and you can take them throughout. And then, yeah, prereq is just a course that you might have to take another course. Good question. Yeah, let me know if that was helpful or not. And then if you have any other questions, I can answer those as well. We also have on-campus jobs that you can have. We have pretty much every office and building on campus has students working for them, either as like a lab assistant, or you can work for admissions and give tours. You can also work at the library, work at our cafe. So those are also great times just to get connected on campus, but also get some money while you're in college. Otherwise, we also have a bunch of activities. So every weekend there is some type of community event. So sometimes it's like kickball or outside movie, or we get a bunch of like blow up bouncy castles, and we have like a spring fair day or something. So there's definitely all that as well. And yeah, so I guess there's a lot to do. You can also go to like sport games and music events, and our downtown is also very nice if you're not familiar with it. Goshen is a pretty small town, but it has a great number of things to do down there, and also amazing restaurants as well. So, yeah. I'm just trying to, yeah, tell you everything that I like about Goshen College. Yes, good question. Okay, I can actually, let me just pull that up so you can see it. So, so if you're interested in nursing, then this would be your credit evaluation. So on the left, as I said, this is all your general education courses that you take here, and every school has their own general education requirements. Over here, we have our, this box here is our whole major requirements. So it's a bunch, it's all nursing classes. But down here is what we call our prereqs for nursing. You do not have to complete all of these before nursing, before like starting nursing 210. We usually recommend having intro to chemistry completed, and possibly the second chemistry course, but that's okay. And at least possibly again, human anatomy and physiology. But again, like you can take some of these courses, prereq courses, at the same time as your nursing courses. But the main ones that we want taken before you get into nursing is your basic chemistry and anatomy and physiology as well. But pretty much, yeah, for nursing, all you really have to do is, fill out the application. I will get you a credit evaluation, and then we also give you a plan of study. So that will tell you exactly like what you take. Good question.